Oh, Sam?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
We're
Hello
back.
again. Hello again. Oh, welcome to people that start following us for this live.
So we did a morning session, and we've already answered all the questions that we got from you. So if you missed that one and you want to see our answers, you can go to the archive. So our previous live is in the archive. You can
Yeah, you can find the archive of it on the Instagram page in the ISI Japan one. It's there. It's probably the last post actually. So.
Yeah, and if you're new and you're wondering why we have wearing Yukata, it's because it's not so. It's summer, still summer, and this is the traditional Japanese summer clothing. And we explained a little bit in the morning live stream, but we forgot to mention something very, very important, and it's what is it?
If you want to wear a yukata or a kimono, it's important to put let's show
It's important to advance.
It's important to put the left side on top of the right side.
Because the other side is for the bad. Like when people get buried, the burial ceremony, the way they put the yukata on the deceased person is the other way around. So it's very, very important. So be careful if you want to wear a yukata or a kimono to always go with the left side on top. Okay, remember. Look how cute is it? Yeah,
As we explained in the morning, there is a lot of differences between the two types of yukata. So like main yukata is shorter typically, and the obi goes on the hips. The way the obi is, the knots are really few, like maybe 3 types in total. While the woman yukata, they have like a lot of way to.
As you can see, it's a little bit longer and it's more colorful. And this morning I have another tie knot in the obi, and I have a different one too. Now, there are very, very many different ones, and there are very different materials when they do the obi. This is the more typical, common one, but there are many, many, many. This is a normal one, but you will see if you go to a matsuri or maybe a fireworks festival, you will see many ribbons, colors, patterns, everything in the spectrum.
We will show again the difference between the two shoes. Cinderella,
Thank you, my friends.
So you can see it's pretty obvious the difference. So the
Manly, like square kind of, and for the female it's more round.
and it's normal to for the geta, especially the woman geta, to be small. So don't worry if you don't find a geta that it doesn't fit your foot.
Because it's gonna be uncomfortable anyway, so don't worry.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it. Let's go back.
Yeah, although we did most of we did the big Q&A in the last live stream. Of course, feel free to ask any questions now, and now's a good time for some free talk with Q&A.
And we got a lot of questions about doing part-time jobs. Could you guys please share your experience?
Part-time. I mean, with my experience, when I came to Japan, initially, I wasn't even interested in doing a part-time job, and I wasn't looking for one, to be honest. But when I got to ISI, I saw a poster on the wall in the school, like an opening for part-time jobs at ISI itself, and it was also posted on our student portal as well. So I saw it on there too, and I thought, okay, why not try it? And then I did that, and I got the part-time job, and now I'm full-time. So yeah, I wasn't really looking for it, but there's definitely a lot of part-time jobs going, even when you didn't expect it, really.
Yeah, I think the experience of each people here are like very different, because we have, for example, Shao-san that never had any Baito experience in Japan. Nana-san had like a lot of very interesting experience. Maybe you can talk to some.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I probably have the most Baitos, but because I was here before I was a student, so I work as dishwasher person in a Spanish restaurant, then as a waitress, then I moved to a really fancy yakiniku restaurant when I was first serving the drinks. Like I started as a araiba, that means the person that washes the dishes. Then I upgrade to the person who makes the drink, and then I got upgraded to the corridor staff, so a waitress. I also have been a babysitter both for Spanish speaker and English speakers. I work in a kisaten, which is a traditional Japanese coffee shop. I have worked in a money exchange booth as well. I mean, I have done everything under the spectrum probably, but it gets a lot of fun. It led you to meet a lot of people and get you to improve your Japanese and to be more confident in your Japanese. Even if you don't speak Japanese properly, I highly recommend to have a part-time job because it will give you more confidence in yourself. And if you don't have to speak perfect Japanese whatsoever, that there is absolutely no need. All you have to do is like get a little bit more of confidence in yourself and try to express yourself. People will try to understand you when you try to explain yourself. So don't be scared of applying for a part-time job because your Japanese is not so good yet. Just try it. You will never know if you can do it if you don't try it.
We are still receiving questions, so could you please just pause for a while? We'll answer a new question and then go on with our part-time.
Yeah, great.
Okay. Okay, we have a question in Japanese. It says 1年間全部でいくらですか？泊まる場所もあれば教えてください。2円の書類を持っています。どんな仕事がありますか？So in English it's how much does it cost for 1 year? I guess it's about tuition fees. Do you have a place to stay? And I have an N2 certificate. What kind of jobs can I do in Japan? So the tuition fees are a little bit different depending on which campus and which course you will be applying for. So if we are talking about the April term, for the general Japanese and university preparation course at Takada Nobaba in Tokyo, Ikebukuro in Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto, the total tuition fees for 1 year is 895,000 Japanese yen. And for the career Japanese course at the Shibuya campus and the Harajuku campus in Tokyo, it's 949,000 Japanese yen. And for the general Japanese course in Nagano, we have a campus in Nagano Prefecture in Ueda City. It's 796,000 Japanese yen. You can always check the prices, the fees on our website, and if you contact us directly and tell us which campus and which course you're interested in, we will be able to tell you the exact price for the exact period time at the exact campus.
Yeah.
And there was also a question about Tomaru Basho.
Oh, yeah. And he says Tomaru Basho.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yes, we do have student accommodation. This information is also available on our homepage. If you send us an inquiry, we can give you a reply in person because there are different kinds of student houses and the prices are also a little bit different. They have different facilities and so on. So if you are interested, please let us know. We'll give you all the information. The prices are quite different for different facilities, so I don't think we are going to go into much detail right now, but you can contact us. We'll send you all the information. And the other part was about N2. Yeah, N2 certificate. It sounds great. You already have N2. It means that your Japanese level is high enough. And basically, N2 is the level that most employers here in Japan require to find a job. For some jobs that imply high level of Japanese, like having to do with translation, interpreting, and so on. Some jobs may require a high level of Japanese, like N1 or even higher, but N2 is enough to find a good job here in Japan. And it largely depends on your previous educational and professional background. So I cannot tell you right away what kinds of jobs you can get. You will get an opportunity to talk in person, face to face, with our career advisor. They will have a look at your resume, at your educational professional background, and say exactly what kinds of job you should apply for.
Regarding the website, we can add it on the chat. So if you want to like check the pictures of our campus, more like in details, everything regarding to accommodation, I think might be a good idea.
Yeah, can we?
Yeah.
What would you like?
The ISI website's link.
Oh, the link.
Yeah.
Let me see.
The page with the
Well-
fees and the
Or
page.
like
the page.
The menu page.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. What do you mean, the actual link? The isieducation.com. I mean, yeah. ISI-education.com. Or just write
I
ISI
can send the fees
Japan.
page. I have the
Oh, do you mean
fees
link it
page.
onto the
Yeah.
stream chat? Yeah, please do.
Yeah, I'm just here are the fees, the tuition fees, and just a second. Here we go. Here is the accommodation page.
So yes, on our website you have all the information you need regarding the school calendar, the tuition fees, accommodation fees, the school activities. So yeah, please check the chat box and click on the link.
Yeah, and since there are different courses, different campuses, different options for accommodation, it might look a little bit difficult at first glance, but please feel free to contact us, tell your preferences, and we'll send you the exact information you need, so you don't have to go through all the information that's on the web page. Okay, sorry. So can we maybe go back to our talk about part-time experience?
Part-time experience. In my experience, I worked first in a French restaurant before as a waiter, and then it helped me a lot for my Japanese, practicing my Japanese with Japanese people, and also practice my English too, because where I came from in France, there's a lot of people that is not very used to speak in English or speak another language, so it was a great opportunity to train. But yeah, I really recommend to anyone that wish to go to Japan and enroll in the Japanese language to do a baito, and like don't be scared. If something bad happens, you can just switch to another baito. I mean, there is no stress. Just try and speak as much as you can, really. Yeah.
And also, I think it's important to point out that don't expect to come to Japan and find a baito and being able to like have a great life with the baito, because baito is mostly to have an extra income for you to be able to afford going out and some extra expenses. But as a student, you are allowed to work up to 28 hours. So depending, maybe if you have a super good salary per hour, because in Japan normally it's per hours, and in Tokyo right now it's around 1100
It's around
1,100 yen an hour. Sometimes for some baitos, for most baitos, after 10 in the night, it increased. So McDonald's, Burger King, all those chain restaurants always are hiring foreigners, because there is a huge part of the clientele that is foreigner. So I know, because I can see you will see we're hiring posters everywhere, and they always say like from until 10 it's 100 and from 10 at night until later on it increased to 13, 14, like
Yeah.
it depends, of course.
13,
But yeah, normally, regularly, as a general rule, I will say, after 10 at night, the salaries increase a little bit. So, I mean, if you're in the class in the afternoon, you might be able to have like a little bit later part-time job. But please be aware that works that related to nightlife, clubs, and that kind of are not permitted under the student visa.
Yes.
Please be careful of those sketchy what do you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they can look
they
pretty
offer-
appealing.
Yeah, because they offer a lot of money, but they're actually not permitted
just,
by a student
just
visa.
be careful. Just be careful if you are unaware if it's a like normal kind of part-time job. You can always ask any of us like, hey, do you think this job is alright? And we might be able to help you out on that. But yeah, it's like part-time job is mostly as extra income. So be aware that you will have to have your savings before coming here because, I mean, of course that depends on how kind of like what kind of lifestyle you have. You might spend a little bit more or spend a little bit less, but
And please mind that if you're here under a student visa, you have to prioritize your studies,
Yes.
of course. So it's not possible to, for example, skip class. Like if you skip class for a part-time job, it's not gonna be allowed. You're gonna just count as an absence. So just be careful of that. You have to prioritize your study first,
Yeah.
and then you can have also a part-time job. And by the way, just to make it clear, when we say baito,
Yeah.
it's a short word for arubaito,
which means
Yes.
part-time job.
Important.
and the word comes from Germany,
Yeah,
German?
Yeah, it's from
which
German.
is arubaito. I
Arbeit.
can speak German, so I don't know how
I
to
don't
pronounce
know.
it, but it's a word that comes from German. So if you say baito or arubaito, it's just the word for part-time job in Japanese. That's it.
We have some new comments. One of them is saying, I'm preparing to come to Takata no Baba in April. We are happy to welcome you. I think that you are in the process of preparing your documents and maybe you've already submitted all of your documents. We'll be happy to have you.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah.
We also have a comment, I love ISI.
Nice.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
We love you. We love you too. Okay. Yeah, that's true. That's true. One of our says that
Arbeit
Arbeit
equals work. Oh,
means
yeah, thank you.
work. Okay,
Oh,
thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Arbeit. Arbeit.
Okay.
I can't pronounce German very well, so it's a bad idea to try too hard there.
And I think it's proper as well to let them know that when you're here on a student visa and your plan is to work in Japan and you find a job, a company that wants to sponsor your work visa, there will be a period of time while the change of the visa is happening that you are not allowed to work. That might take 3 to 4 weeks or 5 weeks. So be aware that during that period of time, it's not allowed to work. So you just be prepared and I don't know if you can leave the country either.
I think you can.
I think you
No, you can't.
cannot
Yeah.
because you're like during that 3-4 weeks you will have to handle your feelings. You were on that
Yeah.
process most recently.
I-
You want to talk about it?
Are we talking about changing visa? Or
Yeah,
talking
when
about
you
getting permission?
change
Yeah.
for the student visa
Well,
to the work visa, there is a period of time that you're not allowed to work.
Yes, that's right. You can't work once you're changing from a student visa over to a work visa. So this would be at the end of your studies, and let's say you find a job, correct? And now you're changing over to a work visa from a student visa. During that period, you must not work. You cannot work. It's against the law. And as far as I'm aware, you shouldn't leave the country. I can't say this for sure, but I remember.
I guess so.
Yeah, I wouldn't, and I would also research that if you're planning on doing that. But yeah, you can't work during that time. I was meant to be working during the time I was changing visa, but I couldn't, so I had to stay off work for some time. So,
So
just
you
keep
be
that in
aware
mind.
of that.
but so that would be after your studies, though, of course. Yeah, if you find that work.
So, any other question?
If not, I can.
Yeah. Could you please
Yes,
say a
please.
few words about your Baidu
I'm
experience?
sorry.
Okay.
Interrupt you. I'm sorry.
No. So, my first part-time job in Japan was in a yakiniku restaurant. So like it was like Nana like it was a really fancy restaurant. And at first I applied as like to work in the hall, but I realized, and also with my colleagues, we realized that maybe I wasn't ready yet to be in the hall. So we thought of changing in the kitchen. So I was just in the kitchen, mainly preparing simple dishes or washing dishes. But it was still a great opportunity because in the kitchen there is also the chance to speak to your colleagues. So it's also a great opportunity to just speak the language. And then after that, I worked in an Italian restaurant, and there I applied as a hall staff, and I worked as a hall staff, and it was like a great experience. And yeah, I think my level of Japanese got way much better thanks to this part-time job. So I always recommend as well to look for one if you're under a student visa or a working holiday visa. And yeah.
And also, I don't know about other countries because I haven't had the experience to work in a restaurant in any other country, but in restaurants, I'm not talking about izakayas or coffee shops or chain restaurant like McDonald's and that, but like the yakiniku restaurant, like the service, the staff service, they have to be really polite, and they have a lot of rules for the staff, for the waiters, because how to say in like the service spirit in Japan is like really strict, I want to say. So you have that, so don't feel discouraged if they don't hire you for the whole first and they put you to watch it, because it's normal, it's completely normal, and it's better just to start from the bottom and listen and learn, slowly learning. Because if they send you out of to the halls, it's gonna be a little bit harder because they have a lot of rules on how to address the clients, how to serve the water, how to like greet the clients, say goodbye. So even like how to serve the dishes, like there are a lot of rules that you must follow, and they are really really strict. So don't feel discouraged if they don't put you in the hall right away. It's better to start, getting familiarized with the place that you're gonna be working in the making dishes or washing plates or making drinks, than going straight away and be scared for real because you might not be able to react if a client gets mad or wants something that you don't understand.
Oh, sorry for interrupting you. We have a new comment, a new question. I would like to ask you guys: is it difficult to get an M3 certificate? We mentioned it during our morning session, but I'd like to explain once again about the levels. So we basically have 8 levels, from 0 beginner to advanced, and it's in Japanese.
It's in Japanese.
Okay.
I mean, this is on the chart. I don't know if it'll be easy to see on the camera or not when he explains, but
Okay.
I wonder if this is visible.
Okay, so we have. I'm sorry, it's in Japanese. We have 8 levels: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here is beginner 1, here is advanced 3, here you can see N3. So it takes usually 3 months, which is 1 term, to complete every level. So it will take you 3 months, if you start as a complete beginner, it will take you 3 months, 1 term to complete N5, then another 3 months to complete N4, and then once again another 3 months to complete N3 material. So it usually takes up to 9 months. If you start as a complete beginner, it takes 9 months to prepare for N3 level. And please also bear in mind that the JLPT test is held only twice a year, once in December and the other time in July, and you will have your certificate in February for the December test and in September for the July test. So if you are planning to do job hunting in Japan, it's one of the factors to keep in mind when you will have your when you are going to have your certificate, because it's usually required.
Correct.
Okay.
Do we have any other questions?
So,
Should we? Just a little reminder
so
that
you had-
we still accepting. Can we take this, Chelsea?
yes.
So a little reminder.
I'd like to say once again that we're still accepting applications for the January term for Kyoto campus, only for Kyoto campus. All the other campuses, we've opened applications for the April term. So you can apply for the April term at any of our campuses. And you can still make it for the Kyoto campus for the January term. And as for April, we will have a new school in Osaka. So maybe we'll say once again a few words about our new school in Osaka.
Yes. Yeah, we talked about it this morning also during our first live. But yeah, we're gonna open a brand new school in Osaka, starting from April. And basically, the school will be in a really similar system to the one in Kyoto already, so general Japanese language course. Unfortunately, we cannot share the location yet, but we're gonna announce it on our next live on Instagram. So please stay tuned about it.
So, and also remember that we already accepting inscriptions for the winter course that is gonna be held in our Nagano campus in the city of Ueda. That is like 1 hour and a half, 2 hours from Tokyo. And the course is gonna be either 4 weeks long or 2 weeks long. And you're gonna have the chance to do many activities, right? Olivia?
Like karate experience, or you're gonna have the chance to wear a yukata as well, or you can also experience skis, or also the monkeys.
The snow monkeys. I bet you already have seen them on YouTube or somewhere that the snow monkeys are really famous here in Nagano. Please bear in mind that the experience does not include the onsen experience. It's just go to there and see the monkeys and don't treat them like they're your friend, because they are wild
Respect the
animals,
monkeys.
please.
And
Respect the
never
monkeys.
look them straight into the eyes they're going to.
So yeah, so as we said, there is 4 weeks or 2 weeks option. The 4 weeks is from January 29th to February the 23rd. On the 2 weeks course, there are 2 options. One is January 29th to February 10th. Or the second option is February 13th to February 23rd. And the class is gonna be from 8:50 to noon, and the school is gonna be closed during national holidays, except for February the 23rd. This is the last day of the program. And so yeah, you can have more information also about this course, this program in our website. So if you're interested in this experience in Nagano, please look at the detailed information in our site.
We have a new question about the COE application. What's the minimum amount we have to show in bank for COE application for Tokyo branch? It actually doesn't matter which school you are applying for and what the actual tuition fees are. The requirements are the same for all the campuses, and it differs depending on the country actually, and it's not our requirements, it's the requirements on the immigration office site. So for some countries, for most countries, it's the minimum is 1.5 million yen, 1.5 million Japanese yen, but for some countries it's 2 million yen. So if you contact us directly and tell us which country you are from, we'll be able to tell you exactly what the minimum is. So it's usually 1.5 million yen or 2 million yen. And we also have a comment from, just a second. From the account name Hinimut. Sorry if I pronounce it wrong. Hinimut Habai. It seems that one of our followers has been experiencing some problems communication with our staff at the information desks at one of our schools. But we are really sorry about that. If you have anything that you want to ask us about, tell us. You can send us a direct message, and please be sure that we are going to deal with that problem.
Our DMs are open, so if you have anything you want to share with us, questions or anything that you would like to know, please DM us. We also have English, Instagram, Spanish, Russian, Italian, French. Like, we have many ways to communicate, so please don't worry. Send us a DM and we're gonna do our very best to answer you as soon as we can. Or send us an email as well, it's fine, don't worry.
And we have one more question I'll just answer very quickly. It's, will career course have outdoor activities at general course? Yes, it will. And on our website, we actually have a part which is events and activities. Go under that, click on our either Harajuku or Shibuya campus for the events and activities, and you'll be able to see a list of some of the examples.
And
But
they
yes,
also
there is.
have a separate Instagram account, Harajuku campus and Shibuya campus. Please follow them, and there will be all the information on the extracurricular activities.
ISI Japan Korea.
ISI Japan underbar.
Yes,
Underbar.
underscore.
ISI Japan underscore Korea.
I think so.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. And I think that they have more extracurricular. They have like general extracurricular activities having to do with, I don't know, going to museums, parks, they having barbecues, doing some workshops. And they also have a lot of activities that have to do with related to job hunting. Yeah, so there are people from Japanese companies coming to our campus and doing some workshops. Our students go to some seminars and so on. So they have more of that job related stuff.
Yes, I think that's all for us today. For us, I think we talked
we
about
promised to keep it like within 30 minutes. So,
Yeah.
But should you have any questions, you can always contact us via direct messages. I think that's all the questions that we've got so far.
Thanks for watching again. If you came this morning and you joined us this afternoon as well, thank you very, very much. For those who are coming in the October term, welcome to ISI, welcome to Japan. We're more than happy to welcome you here. Also, for those that are applying or that already applied for the January intake, we're excited to welcome you here and enjoy the process, enjoy the Japanese journey, because it's rewarding and it's awesome, and it's also hard sometimes, but it's really fun.
And I also think that we are going to have another live maybe next month. We haven't decided on the exact date yet, but as soon as we know it, we are going to share the exact date and time with you. So we'll be happy to meet you once again next month.
And send your questions. We're
of
gonna
course.
answer all the questions that we get on that live stream as well. So just keep sending all your questions.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
We look forward to seeing you again, guys.
See you in
Bye-bye.
Tokyo.
Have a good day.
Bye bye. Matane.
またね。
Ciao.
パカパカ。
パカパカ。ありがとう。やっぱ午前中のが多いね。
午前中